My name is Larry DeVille. I'm a singer-songwriter from Somerville, Massachusetts. And for the past, I'd say 3 or 4 years, I've been working on a project, planning a release called Lost in Boston. My father plays the drums, my grandfather was a singer. I've always been exposed to music since a child. And I always kind of had this understanding that I was able to sing a little bit. I always liked singing songs my grandfather would play or my father would play. But it wasn't until I was probably close to 19, 20 where I really started to experiment with music and recording and writing and playing music. I found that in my moments of life where I was going through things like relationship issues or whatever, that certain artists, especially R&B and stuff like that, really spoke to me. And it wasn't until I went through something like that myself and was in a heavy state where it was either drugs or seeking a therapist and stuff like that, or finding an outlet where I could express myself and let things out that I needed to say and feelings that I needed to get out myself. And I kind of fell into music. I started putting out cover songs on YouTube and grew a little following that way. That led to me then meeting probably one of my closest friends, almost like a brother to me, 30 Baby, in a group called DC Fam from Somerville, kids I went to high school with. And he and I met at a studio in Everett with another mutual friend and started recording little what do you call it? We would record almost like remixes, I guess you would say, and that led us to where I really started to delve into music. Finding my voice as a person, as a man, without music or without this art form, I don't honestly know if I'd be here. A lot of people say that this, it saved their life or whatever, but it was literally it was almost at a point with me a long time ago. It was manic depressed or use this as an outlet, and it really did save me a long time ago. I put together this name, Lost in Boston, and it had multiple meanings. Originally, the title Lost in Boston was very simple. The concept behind it was, I've worked amongst amazing people. I've worked with people that have influenced me in so many ways as a person, as an artist. People who are on the top of the charts right now. People who have helped me grow as a writer, as everything. And I think as an artist, we're always looking for, what's the word I'm looking for? Acknowledgement, or someone to say that what you're doing is you're doing a good job at it, or it's impacted them in a certain way, shape, or form. So my plan with Lost in Boston was to take these artists who I really admired from the Boston area, from New England, and work with them, be them rappers, singers, producers, and showcase what I can do with people who I actually really admired. And that's how it started. I had the whole idea panned out. I was gonna have each single release be a map of Boston and where that artist was from. And at the end of all the single releases, they would come out to be the map of Boston. So I would work with this guy from Dorchester, this guy from Cambridge, this guy from Somerville, Quincy, all over the place. And that was the idea for Lost in Boston. But what I didn't realize along this journey was in creating these songs for the past 3 years, I've been going through a lot of growth and a lot of struggle. I've recognized a need for change and a need for growth with me as a person, as a father, as a partner, as a son, as a business owner, as an artist, and just for myself. Without knowing it, subconsciously we created these songs. The first song that really started Lost in Boston, I was working with International Show, who's been a long-term friend of mine. We created this song called Something's Gotta Give. We put this song together. Show and I'll go in the studio and we'll create stuff from scratch. We create the beat, and naturally the hook comes out of it, and then we go from there. And the song just spoke about like the work that I've put in this far in the struggle with not obtaining the success that you want as an artist. I've lost so many people like along this journey, both literally and figuratively. I've lost people due to stupid, mistakes. I've lost people to drugs. I've lost people to accidents. I've lost people who I never thought would be out of my life. You never know what's gonna happen. That goes for anywhere. Like I lost my best friend, tragically. Somebody that's helped me through this whole process in my life, like dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, dealing with separation, dealing with failed relationships and things that, were weighing on me, and I lost that person. So like, that's one way to look at Lost in Boston, like what we've lost or what I've lost as a man, as a person. Where I'm from, we really got hit with the drug epidemic with opioids and OxyContin and things like that. As a young man, being exposed to things that most kids might have not been exposed to, like it was also that easy to get lost. Like I'm on this journey, and I've luckily been able to have been influenced by, the right people my whole life, be that family or friends, have met the right people to keep me from that path, but it's always been, it's always been walking beside me. Like at any moment you could get lost to that. Like addiction and all that stuff, like it could take anybody. And we've learned that, at least where I'm from, and I know people around the surrounding areas as well, like the amount of people that we've lost to things like that, like addiction and mental health and things like that, it's unfathomable, the amount of people and the tragedy that comes with it. So Lost in Boston it really has so many different meanings. But I invite people to get lost in Boston with me, like in this project. When I began to delve into music and art, it's been like a rapid growth of like I'm the same way. I can't listen to music the same way other people listen to music. I don't hear things the way other people hear things. I don't see things the way other people see things. I think creation is the most amazing thing, like as human beings, that we have. I have the ability to go with you with a camera to the studio with nothing and create something. It's the most amazing outlet to be able to have as a person as well. The difference between actually typing something up on a phone and writing it down, like my ideas come more natural when I'm writing it down. Like it's actually like a creation. Like I actually have to physically write these things to perfect it, like to recite it or whatever. Like I'll go onto my phone and like, I'll put the lyrics in, but like I take this back to like grade school. Like a lot of the stuff I do, like it's brainstorming and stuff. Like I'll literally like write the topic down, like ideas, words, rhymes and stuff, concepts, like places it might take place in and stuff like that. So the physical, actually writing the things down, it's just like painting a picture, a drawing, or anything like that. To me, it just comes more naturally and seems to flow better if I'm like listening to a beat and trying to like write the melodies down. I'll type the stuff in my phone. If I actually want to sit down and like get the storyline and the beginning, middle, and end, I'm writing this stuff down just so I can see it in front of my face as opposed to on a small little screen. Like I can see the whole canvas in front of me when I'm writing down. I found out I was having my first child, and that just it hit the brakes on everything. I don't think I take anything more, serious or appreciate anything more in the world than being a father. I had my first like when I was pretty young, and it definitely changed my life. That was like, I didn't think that my life could be at a higher point. Like right then, like "I'm on Fire" was like a big song, and we had shot the video, and we were getting a little bit of traction with the record. My brother, Liana's 30 baby, who just recently passed, him and I were really, like putting in the groundwork, working with Louis Bell a lot, and when I found out I was having a kid, it just changed everything. it definitely took the front seat to anything. It was my priority. So I kind of put music to the back and focused solely on my family. And it was definitely like an overwhelming experience. I mean, um, I didn't plan on having a child. I didn't really plan on any of that, and I feel like it's made me the person I am today. I feel like the need to be perfect or the need to appear perfect is such a predominant thing now. Like the way we feel as people, or like the way women feel that they should look based on what society says, on men or whatever. Like the need to appear to be perfect is so overwhelming that like I think it's messed us up as people in general. I've been to the top, and I've been so low where I didn't know if I was gonna wake up the next day. And it's things like that that make us who we are. I want my music to be literally what I'm going through, because for me to think that I'm the only person going through shit in life would be very closed-minded and selfish. And I do believe like the music that I make is timeless, whether I'm working with Lou or International Show or Archetype or Knox or Lil Rich and Chaz or Mike Irish or anybody that I've worked with. I feel like every time we record something, we're like, damn, this is the best shit that we've done. Like, damn, this is, and that's part of it. Like, it's if I was to go into a studio and write some cliche shit and try to make a hit, I don't think that I'd have the impact on myself or my audience as I do with what I do now. It's really truthful. It's really to the point. It's really honest. It's really open. It's you know, I'm very, I don't know. I don't mind putting myself out there like that. I feel like it makes for a better art form.
She never teasing him to please me, let me know.